What is up, my dudes? Dino John here, coming at you with my first place Ritual Megalith deck, guys. Yes, you heard it right. First place Ritual Megalith deck profile, guys. I just want to say it is pretty hard finding locals around my area, so I do have to go out my way. Locals that actually have like tournaments. So I have to actually go a little bit out my way to go to a local. But I got first place with my Megalith deck, guys, and trust me, I wouldn't count this deck out one bit. Drytron is not even close. I don't think it could be close to becoming like the best ritual deck, because I think this deck is absolutely amazing and fire. Yes, you could use Drytron and include some of the Megalith cards, and that would definitely increase its combo potential. But yeah, don't count this pure Megalith deck out. I mean, technically, I do run something. I do run an engine, the Impactation engine. But yeah, without further ado, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'm really happy to show you guys this deck list, and I do want to answer to some of the the comments. You guys, I've been I've been doing research lately about some of the cards I've been activating, and you guys have been keeping me informed and kind of educating me, which I really do appreciate. But some of them are, I just want to kind of like revisit on why I could actually do some of the stuff I can do. I'll just explain a little further maybe when I go down the line and showing you the combos and everything. But for right now, guys, this deck list is really good, really cool. I do want to show you, like, I do want to duel with it and put it on camera. That way you guys could actually see me dueling with it. But it has to be in a later video, because a lot of people are not really, so far they're not really comfortable with me filming and all that stuff for right now. But as the time will go by, yeah, I think that they wouldn't mind. But for right now, guys, yeah, it took me a while, because I really been taking this deck a lot to locals, because I really wanted to get first place. I really wanted to top and then show you guys. So it took a lot of testing. I did have to change the deck up just a little bit. But yeah, this deck is really good, really still good. But yeah, sorry, enough of me chit-chatting. Let's dive on into it. So the first main three, or main five I should say. Yeah, you already know, guys. If you didn't know already, then you already know. It's a Manju and the Senju. If you guys didn't see this is the exact same ratio as my last Megalith deck profile. 3 Manju and 2 Senju. Really good. You could increase this to 3. It's just I don't like to see too many normal summon monsters in my hand. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. If you haven't, I'll tell you. Could either add a ritual monster or a ritual spell, and this one only could add a ritual monster when they're a normal summon. So they're both really good. But yeah, so those 5, and then we got this time, like, it's a little different. Like I said, I had to switch a few things up because I want to kind of like update and compete with the meta, the recent meta with virtual world and everything else running around. I run 2 Adamantipator Researcher this time. So not 1, I run 2. I took out the Gamma engine and put something else, what you're about to see right now. But 2 Adamantipator Researchers, really good. If you see 1 in hand, that's just great. That means you don't really need to summon. You can just use Gallian Granite to like bait something out, which is perfect. So yeah, 2 Adamantipator Researchers, really good. And if anything, if you want to, you can just use this one to summon the other one out in your deck. But that's don't do that. But I'm just saying you could, if the situation ever, like, you really needed to, you could do it like that. But yeah, 2 Adamantipator Researcher, really good card, guys, really good card. All right, so I took out the Gamma engine and decided to main deck triple Droll and Lockbird. Sorry, they're not the gold one. That would have been really cool to show you guys the gold one, but it's okay. I like to buy the cheapest of all the rarities. But yeah, so triple Droll and Lockbird, guys, really helped me against a lot of decks. You don't have to. You don't have to put this card. You can put Ash Blossom, but the thing about Ash Blossom, Gamma, and all the other all the other hand traps, they only stop one thing. Whether it's Droll and Lockbird, once you're done activating it, it basically kind of stops them the whole turn from basically searching their deck. So this really helped me against the Dragon Links. It really helped me against like Infernoble. Like, this card's really good, and Yeah, don't count it out. But if you want, you can go ahead. I mean, if anything, this is a side card. Arguably, this is a side card, and I wouldn't argue about that. Okay, I would not argue about that. You could side this, but I mean, me maining it did a lot for me. So it's up to you guys. You can main. You can just take that out for Ash. It's totally. I think it'll be fine. All right, so that's enough for the main monsters. All right, now we get to our ritual monsters. Triple Ophiel. The same ratio, so triple Ophiel, triple Haggith, you know, the non once per turn monster effects. Really OP, really broken. And sometimes people forget to activate the second effect of Haggith. If you're using the Megalith deck, people forget you could actually do the same thing. You can use this as like a ritual spell, ritual summoning, using this as a cost. Well, not a cost, as a tribute, and then summoning something else, like a 4 or lower. So some people forget about that. Because it does the same thing, but it's just their top effects. This one search monsters, this one search the Megalith spells. But yeah, really same ratio. Triple full. Yep, triple full. Really good card. I would not build this deck without this card. This card really is really good. I love this card so much, guys. Full is like really the heart and soul of the deck. But yeah, triple full. Let's see, we got double Aeratron. Like I said, same ratio. Double Aeratron. Sorry about the lighting. I can tell the lighting, you guys can't really see it. Yeah, sorry about that. We got triple Aeratron. Double Aeratron, double Bethor. I do feel like I do want to increase the Bethor ratio, only because this card's really insane. It's really good. It's just like clears the whole board, man. This is like a Zeus in a way. It's like a Zeus, a Harpies, a Regeki. This card is just nuts. So Bethor is a really good card, but I'm thinking about putting it to 3, because it helped me a lot. Like, this card is like the main card to help clear out. I mean, it is the main card to clear out stuff. So it's a really good card. And then one Ben 10. You could take this out too if you want, but I really like it only because sometimes I would like the extra monster in my hand, even if I have because sometimes I'll have a lot of normal monsters to summon. Like, I would have a bunch of these guys in my hand sometimes, and it does happen. And you have Ben 10 also, but even if that happens, you know, you could using it as a ritual summon at least adds you a monster. And if you have Unformed, that's like a full right there, because you're dumping a level 4 that you added off of Ben 10, and you're summoning a full from your deck. So I mean, that's something too to consider. So Ben 10 did help me. So yeah, Ben 10. All right, and then obviously, guys, you already know your boy running that triple Chalice line. This whole engine. This engine is really good. Talismandra and Candle and Inception. Anybody running ritual deck, you guys already know, this is like the main piece. So yeah, I don't think I really need to explain too much, because if you guys know already, this is pretty self-explanatory. These cards are amazing. So yeah, really good cards, guys. All right, and I forgot to mention this card. I don't know why I took it out, my bad. One Flag. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know why I had it in a different pile, but yeah, One Flag. Really good card, guys. Really good card. I explained in my last video, just the attack boost it's absurd. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, this card could really win games. Really win games. This card's really good. All right, so yes, now you're gonna see the little something I put in my deck that I'm pretty sure every deck starts to run now. But yes, I did had to put the whole Red Eyes package in here. Red Eyes Fusion to summon out the Red Eyes Dragoon. These are bricks sometimes, and they are annoying, especially because you want to see your combo pieces, and you don't want to see these cards in your hand at all, because they become bricks. But I mean, Red Eyes Fusion can send them from hand or deck anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you just don't want to see them. But if it's really good, especially if your opponent like negates your. If they stop you from actually playing and bringing out all the requirements to summon calamities on your opponent's turn, then you can just go for a negation field. That's why I love Red Eyes Fusion. And I think Dragoon right now is just absurd. To be able to pop monsters, and his effect is just really beefy. It's hard for the opponent to get over, and I had a lot of success with it. So yeah, Red Eyes Fusion. I don't like the normal monsters, but Red Eyes Fusion is a card. It's really good. The Dragoon's really good. All right, and then up to my Megalith spells. You already know triple Unform. You have to run it at 3. 1 Portal. I really wanted to take this card out and put back. Man, I forgot his name. The one that allows you to ritual summon from your opponent's turn. The other Megalith monster, because I did take him out and I took out Chaos Max. But honestly, this card, it's either you don't play it and it's kind of like bad, or it actually comes up and it's really useful. And I always wanted, I just wanted it just in case if I overextend and my opponent is like prolonging the game and kind of stalling. And this card really helped me kind of just bring back my pieces back from my grave to my hand and keep playing, which is, it's really good. So I'm not gonna lie. I mean, sometimes you won't use it. I'm not gonna lie, you will not use this card. But there are actually a lot of moments where it's really helpful. So yeah, Portal's not bad of a card. Triple Preparation of Rites. Yeah, I don't need to explain it. If you're running Ritual deck, you already know what it does. And then triple Extra Foolish Burial. So yeah, this card's really good, especially because you run Herald. So yeah. So I don't think I need to explain this either. So it's still a 44 card deck. It's still a 44 card deck. It's really good. I would recommend at least to try it, guys. It's really good. All right, but yeah, let's go to my extra deck. I run 1 Link Ross. You guys hate this little thing. I love it. Same thing with the Crystron, Hypofibrax. I do not want these to get hit, but it is unfair. So I could argue that why not hit it, but these are like the main pieces of the combo. But it's okay if they hit these. I will post a video on you can still make a negation field at least, but you would have to take out the Synchro engine, some of the Synchro cards. So, but yeah, these two are really good. So yeah, Crystron and Link Ross, 1 Verte Anaconda with the Red Eyes Dragoon, really good. I think Verte is pretty unfair, just the fact that you just need 2 effect monsters literally just to bring out Dragoon. It's just absurd, but that's why I run it in here, because I am gonna abuse something that's really good in my deck. So yeah, Verte Dragoon, Dragoon is just a really good card overall. So yeah, really good card. I love this card. I absolutely love that card. All right, so then we run 1 Cerberus, 1 Nightmare Phoenix to get over the spells. This card is just summon, just to summon. Sometimes you'd use this effect. Actually, rarely you use it. You just use it to summon it. But yeah, so Phoenix to get over spells and traps. And then you run 1 Appaloosa to round up our links. So Appaloosa, yeah, I don't think I need to explain her. She's really good, guys. And I'm glad that she got a reprint, because that $80 Appaloosa, I was not having it. But yeah, so 1 Galleon Grad Knight. You only need 1. If they negate it, fair play. I mean, you have multiple ways to get out your combo. If you want, you could go to the Appaloosa and go for that second option. You always have plan A and plan B in this deck, which I really love. But yeah, once Formula Synchron, this one's in Spanish, so don't even try to read it. All right, so 1 Metal Marcher, really good card. The basic. 2 Herald. Really good card, especially the extra one to dump off the Extra Foolish. There's actually times where I actually summoned 2 of them, which is really funny. But yeah, most of the time the second copy is there just to, because of Extra Foolish, just to dump 1 of them. Because Herald's really good, especially in a Ritual deck, because when it's sent to the graveyard, you get to add a Ritual monster or Ritual spell card. So Herald's really good. And then 1 Borrowlord Savage Dragon, almost butchered him, man. 1 Calamities, really good card. And to round it off, 1 Elder Entity Nentis. So yeah, this card still good, guys. I love this card. I mean, honestly, 5D's era, it was always Red Dragon Archfiend. That was my favorite card out of the whole series. And yeah, I mean, once I saw this being used, I just had to. I just had to keep it no matter what. So yeah, that card's really good. So I mean, that's it for the main deck, guys, and the extra deck. I do want to go over my side deck, so I'll show you my side deck. But I had to borrow some cards off of my dinosaur deck. Stay tuned for that, because I will be posting that deck profile too, and showing you guys some other combos to definitely see. So definitely check it out, guys, and stay tuned for that. Just subscribe for more awesome videos like these. But I had to borrow some sleeves for them, and I put them not some sleeves. I had to borrow some cards for my side deck, my own dino side deck. And then I had to I put them back to the sleeves, so They all look a little different, so don't judge me. All right, so but to round it off, I run triple Nibiru. Yeah, Nibiru's Nibiru, really good card. Let's see, triple Gamma and one driver. Obviously, the whole Gamma package still really good. I like to side it, especially against those heavy monster effects decks. Really good card. Nibiru and Gamma, really good card. Dark Ruler No More. I don't think I really need to explain this card either. I think it's you need this other than droplets because you kind of don't want to discard cards from your hand. You want to use everything from your hand as possible. So you kind of don't want to discard a card from your hand. And plus Chalice Slime discards already. So yeah, you don't want droplets. It's sad because Dark Ruler No More is like the best you could do, but at least it's cheaper, right? There's a common one too. So yeah, there's common Dark Ruler No More, so you guys could afford it. Double Cosmic Cyclones. I do play against a lot of stun decks in that local, so yeah, just want to mention that. Triple Evenly Matched. You know, you can't go wrong with this card. You just can't go wrong with this card, guys. This card's $20 for a reason. You can't go wrong with this card. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want like a budget variation of the deck, I don't know if I can give it to you because it would kind of hurt like a lot of consistency of the deck if I try to like budget everything. But I mean, I will try, you know, I'll honestly try. But yeah, so that's the whole deck profile, guys. I am gonna show you some combos, and yeah, let me just go ahead and shuffle the deck and show you some combos. I do want to say, all right, guys, we're back, and yeah, I'm gonna show you guys some combo, some test hands, guys. I'm shuffling my deck, and yeah, I'll show you the top 5, and I'm gonna keep doing this that way you guys can see how consistent the deck is. So yeah, oof. Whenever you draw 2 monsters in normal summon, it is pretty bad, but hey, I mean, level 4 is actually, you know, just don't be discouraged. Even if you draw like a brick hand, you can still combo off of it. So always try to think about that. So I'm gonna normal summon Manju, all right, and then use his effects. And if they negate it, it's okay. You have pre-preparation of rights to go off to get like your Chalice Slime anyway. So, but yeah, so Manju is gonna activate his effect, adding your Chalice Slime. Most of the time, you're always gonna add Chalice Slime with Manju. Most of the time, okay. So I'm adding Chalice Slime. Now in this case, a lot of people would discard the Manju because Droll is really good. It's a really good hand trap too. You can just, you know, even if, for example, if these just completely stun you and they have all the hand traps in the world and you're playing like someone like Dragon Link, it's okay, you can still pass, and then yeah, you'll draw on Lockbird and then they can't do anything. But if your combo is successful, you might need the extra level 4 monster, only because you have Unformed. And let's say if you have nothing else, or you overextend, or you mess up, that Unform will kind of really help you. Like you set the Unform, you activate Unform using the level 4 to summon the Fool from your deck, and then you guys already know the whole thing, right? Adding a level 8, and then use the, or you can just not use add at all, just leave them at level 2 and use the Bethor from your hand to summon the Bethor from your deck. So there's that too. That's why I like to save a level 4 monster in my hand, just in case, because you never know what you're playing, you never know what hand traps they have. But yeah, it literally depends. So at this point, it just depends what your opponent is playing. But if he lets that go through, fair play. In this case, I'm just gonna discard the Droll for my Chalice Slime's effect, special summoning your Candle, and then Candle's effect will activate, adding your Inception. If I can find it, where is it? It's in the front, isn't it? Yep, it's in the front. So add Inception from my deck to my hand. All right. Now in this case, since all the Impactation monsters don't allow me to use my extra deck, I'm gonna have to find a way to get rid of Candle, okay? So activate Preparation of Rights, adding your Ophiel. There you are. Then activating your Inception. Okay, activating your Inception. Using your Candle to summon Ophiel effects, while adding your Fool. All right, everyone knows this little tiny combo. Always go Ophiel to Fool, always. All right, so let's see. Now I'm going to use Ophiel's second effect, Ritual Summoning using her, and then summoning full, ritual summoning full. Now full effect activates, adding your, I don't know why I'm grabbing my deck, adding your full from grave to hand. Okay, so add full, adding Ophiel from your grave to hand. Now it's full's level 4 now. Okay, now at this point, you do have the Inception in your grave, okay? And I do want to say, you kind of want to utilize all your impactation monsters as much as possible, but do be aware that you can't use your extra deck while they're on the field. So I do like to kind of just use them as fodder all the time, or trying to see what I have to use them as fodder. Kind of abuse the field, or kind of abuse what I have. So, for example, I'll show you. Exception, add Exception. Activate Exception from grave, adding it to your hand by discarding your Chalice Slime. And then special summoning, because the spell card is really broken. It also adds and special summons, which is really, really good. Talismandra. Talismandra's effect activates. Adding your... Let me see. Now let's see. We gotta look back at our hand, because it just depends. Okay, you know, we have another Exception. We got Ophiel again. In this case, we're gonna add Haggith. Alright, I mean, you don't have to. You could add another 8, but I think this is, in this case, it's fine. Activate Inception, using Talismandra, summoning Haggith, Haggith effect, adding your Unform. And as you noticed, I haven't used Fool's effect yet, so I kind of like to keep it that way. So overlay your Thousand Eyes. Where are you? Where's my Grand Knight? There you are. It's all like mixed up and shuffled in there. So Grand Knight, activate Grand Knight's effect, detach. Adding your, you know, your tuner, Emancipator Researcher. Now at this point, if your opponent does do something and they negate your Grand Knight, that's totally fine. You don't need him. You don't really need the Emancipator Researcher. You can kind of go ahead and utilize the rest of the cards in your hand to make the boards like Dragoon and Appaloosa. So if you have, all you got to do is just study the deck, and if your opponent does do something, a beer or whatever, it doesn't matter. You can still play through it, and you can just at least end up with these two, and you can still summon the Bethor during your opponent's turn. It's possible. It's really possible. That's why I would like to show you some duels of me dueling other opponents. I would like to show that to you. But yeah, so. If they negate this, if they don't let you go to your synchro play, you could always end up with this. And this is pretty enough for it anyways. And you could summon a Bethor during your opponent's turn, so it's absolutely insane. I do recommend to study this deck though, because me showing you one thing or another, it doesn't really help, because this deck is kind of like, you know, pendulums, where to show you the combos I need my whole hand, because, you know, Block Dragon really did hurt. So yeah, I mean, I have to show you everything. You need a hand, basically. You're gonna use your entire hand, if that makes sense. So summon Grand Knight, adding your Researcher. All right. So in this case, I'm gonna special summon a Researcher, and notice that I haven't used Fool's effect yet. So I'm gonna use Fool's effect to ritual summon, sending Ophiel to special summon another. Where's my boy? Or you know what? Since I have another level 4. You see, I have another level 4. That's why I don't have to worry about it. I'll summon the Haggith effect. Adding. I'll go for my portal. This is why I told you earlier to keep the level 4. That way you can utilize as much as you want as possible. Activate the portal. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to use the Haggith. Or you know what, since I already used both the Fool's effects, and I haven't used Haggith's full effect, because, you know, I haven't used a second effect, I'll just leave him there and send these two. Yeah, because I mean, I'm going to use them either way. To summon. Well, I think it would be better actually to send the Haggith, but it doesn't really matter. For this purpose, it doesn't really matter. Link summon Cerberus. You don't really use this card, you just use it just to summon it. Link this away to bring out your boy Link Ross. Bring 2 tokens, 1, 2 Dino tokens. You already know. Alright, and another thing too. So you have Haggith. If you want to too, just in case they do something, you could kind of use the second effect to, you know, kind of like, you know, ritual something from your hand, just in case we have something in your hand. That's why I like to like leave them there, just in case. That's for those of you that notice. But you could, I would recommend just to leave the full there and just use Haggith, but it doesn't really matter. We're gonna use everything here anyways. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, Synchro Summon, that makes a 3, and you guys already know this combo, so I'm pretty sure I don't really have to explain it. Martial effect, bring back Tuner. Martial, Synchro, summon your Herald. Herald now is a Tuner because of Martial. Alright, now use 4 and 4. That's an 8 for Savage. Where's my Savage? There you are. Chain Link 1 and 2, because Herald does get an effect. So Herald will add a ritual monster from your deck to your hand. And look at the hand that I have in my hand. Look at the hand that I have in my hand. I'm gonna add Ben 10. Why not? Add Ben 10. That way I can use it as a ritual summon near my opponent's turn. Or should I? Honestly, no. Actually, I'm gonna add my Flag. Yeah, I'm gonna add Flag. Like I said, your whole hand just depends. So add Flag for OTK purposes on the next turn. All right. So you have Link Ross. And then now your Savage is gonna activate. Equip your Nightmare Cerberus. Link these 2 away into your Crystron Hypofibrax. Effect to Crystron Hypofibrax. Special summoning your second copy and last copy of Adamantipator Researcher from your deck to the field. All right, now I do want to explain something too before I further proceed and go on. So I know like I'll have some of you guys educating me about, you know, this strategy and everything. I did talk to a couple of, you know, YouTubers and some judges. I did my own research, so some of it was right, and I do apologize, but some of it, you know, I kind of want to just explain. So at this point, for example, if you would like set this card and then pass, you could do that. So I'll just show you. So during your opponent's turn, right? No, you cannot activate during your, like, when your opponent barely enters main phase. But as soon as he activates something, you could use Crystron Hypofibrax effect. All right. To special summon Formula Synchron. Okay. Now at this point, Formula Synchron will activate, drawing 1 card. Okay. Now, when he's done drawing 1 card after resolution. After resolution, you could use his effect to synchro summon, and I did check, guys. I did do my research. You could do this. If not, you can do your research yourself, because you could do this. So after resolution, you could bring out Calamities, and then that literally will shut down your whole opponent's turn. And so yeah, Calamities on the field. So you could do this. I just want to explain to you guys, you could absolutely do this. It's legal. And you have a whole hand too. I mean, look, I just drew a Lockbird off a formula, by the way. That's crazy. That's really crazy. But yeah, so you summon Calamities. Your opponent, you know, he'll probably like set something, maybe a monster, depending on what deck he's playing. Doesn't really matter what deck he's playing, because you're gonna activate Unform, ditching your 4 that I told you to keep earlier. Special summoning your Fool. Your second copy of Fool. Effect of Fool, adding your 8. Or you can add a 4, doesn't really matter. In this case, I'm going to add, I already have another 8, so I'm gonna add a 4. I'll add Haggith, why not? Or no, I'm gonna add Ophil. Just for, or wait, how many ritual monsters I have in my grave? Oh yeah, I'm gonna wanna utilize me popping a lot of cards, so yeah. So I'm gonna add Haggith, and then I'm gonna use Fool's effect to, you know, dump the Flag to special summon Bethor from my deck, and then it's gonna pop 1. Yeah, you guys already know the whole thing. 2, 3, and so on and so forth. 4, 5 cards. 5 cards, guys. That's like pretty much his entire hand, guys. So yeah, so this combo is really, really good. It's still really good, guys, and you get the effect off of Portal since you ritual summon Bethor. you could add anything, any one of these guys from your grave to your hand. And usually I like to add a Flag. That way next turn I can literally put some attack on my Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. But yeah, so I mean that's the combo, guys. You can still do the combo. It's really good. This deck is really amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. It's fire in my opinion. But yeah, let me just show you one more, and I'll probably do another video just to keep maybe like a test hand video, a full video just to test hands, because like I said, this deck doesn't have like a 2-card combo. I mean, you could, but it's not gonna really get you anywhere unless you just want to go Dragoon. And probably maybe you can push an Appaloosa. I haven't done that. All I done was like Dragoon and maybe like had enough to summon full during my opponent's turn with 2 cards, but maybe I'll show that. But it's not that much though. So yeah, so I shuffled it. All right, yeah, so I shuffled it, guys, and yeah, I mean, we're gonna see what we have. Let me just do a few more shuffles. All right, roll the dice, that way you know I'm not rigging it like Yu-Gi-Moto. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so oh my gosh. See, this deck is just really consistent, and even if you draw like bricky cards, you can still go off the same thing. You could go Dragoon. If you do want to see that, let me see. Your opponent just draws a nuts and tries to negate, because literally this hand in different variation can get you the same result, because you know you do have your Senju, your pre-preparations. If anything, you know, you have a candle too, which is not bad, but you know, you're probably not going to use them that much, only for like maybe the Unformed Plotter. You do have an Aerodron, and if anything, if all comes to fail, your opponent just has those hand traps. You do have a Draw and Lockbird to, like, you know, kind of like protect you for that turn, which is why I love Draw and Lockbird, especially like against all those decks that search, because like literally 85% or 90% of the meta right now is just search, and Draw and Lockbird is literally just says no, you can't do that. So yeah, but yeah, so in this case, summon Senju. Okay, effect a Senju. Gotta see what I have in my hand again. All right, got preparation. Okay, yeah, pretty fine. I'll add the Chalice Slime. All right, go a little faster because I did explain it a little bit. I've been explaining it. So Chalice Slime. Since I have Chalice Slime in my hand, I'm going to, let's see, I can send off the candle to special summon your, let's see, where is he? Your Talismandra effect, adding your full, your Ophill, my bad, not full, adding Ophill. And you do this for a reason, because you do have Aerodron just in case. But let's see, we do have pre-preparations. Yep, I think you're going to use your Aerodron, ditching Aerodron, sending your not Chalice Slime, sending your Talismandra to special summon Ophill effects, and you know the whole regular combo thing. Adding full, then effect to Ophill, ritual summoning full, and then add a level 4. Which is Ophill, effect of full, using your Chalice Slime, special summoning your Haggith effect, getting your Unformed, and see, you don't need Exception, so all the time you don't really need Exception, and you still have pre-preparation rights just in case if you mess up, because sometimes you do end up messing up, and yes, I do mess up, so it just happens, you know, it just happens. There's just so much going on with this deck. So overlay, Galleon Grad Knight, detach effects, adding your Researcher. Now, if they do negate the Grad Knight, you just have a lot. I might show you 2 ways, okay? I might show you 2 ways because, for example, if they do negate Grad Knight, all right, like I said earlier, but I kind of want to revisit it just a little bit. You have Unform, okay, to go off another full, or then you can use those 2 to make, you know, your Anaconda, and then You have pre-preparation of rights to add you another source. Yeah, this can get you like a Dragoon just in case if all fails. Like, you know, you still have a hand. Just in case of something like if they new bureau you or something, you still have Unformed. You still have pre-preparation of rights. So I think you would activate this first, getting a level 8. Use your Unformed, ditching the level 8, special summoning a level 4. That can be your Haggith. Then Haggith will get you know, another Unformed from deck. Then you can use that Unformed, sending your Ophil to get the other one out. Now you have 2 effect monsters to go for your Anaconda. Use that to go for Dragoon. But yeah, in this case, I'm showing you like whatever hand you get, you still get the same thing. So you can either go the synchro play, or depending on what you have in your hand, you could definitely, most of the time you're always gonna go Dragoon. Or you have an option too, to either, like I'm saying, it just depends. So you could either go both of them or 1 and 1. Just depends what you're facing with. If you're going against like Dragon Link, you summon Appaloosa. Like just summon Appaloosa. If you're going up against like any other decks that you're not sure about, or any other decks that don't involve heavy monster effects, you know, then just I'll summon the Dragoon just to be safe. You can go both. Just depends on what you have in your hand, because there's times where there's duels that I did bring both, and when they kind of Nibiru'd me or just they just pulled the nuts of hand traps, and I still won that duel. So, but yeah. So in this case, you have full, did that. Yep. All right. So gonna activate pre-preparation of rights, adding an 8, which is your. You could add Aerotron, doesn't matter, like it just depends, but I'll add Flag. That's why you really need to study the deck, because it literally just depends. Activate Unformed, special summoning Haggith. Haggith effect, add the other Unformed. Okay, now let's see. You do want to keep your 4s, because remember, Fool's a 4 and Haggith's a 4. I think you need a total like of 3 4s on the field just to like really be satisfied. So because yeah, you go 1 2, yeah, you need 3 4. So just remember, you always need 3 4s to summon off. So try to remember, whatever you do, always try to have like 3 4s, because you're gonna use 2, a Granite and another monster to make a Cerberus. So you're gonna need a total of 3 4s to pull like this whole single combo off. So in this case, since I don't have another one of those, I think we're just gonna have to play it by ear. So we're gonna use, yeah, we're gonna use these 2, Full and the Granite. Okay. Not overlay. Link or Cerberus. Cerberus, link him away. Link Ross, 2 tokens. And look, we got a rock monster, so your Researcher comes out. Alright, use your Researcher, synchro summoning 1 token away. Special summoning your Martial Metal Marcher, effective Martial Metal Marcher, special summoning your Tuner. You know, the basic thing, guys. I know it's like pretty boring, huh, for you guys to see this. Summon Herald. Alright. Now, what am I saying? A total of 3. We have everything right here. Wow. See, it's probably just me. It's just me. So yeah, synchro. Yeah, it was literally just me. Where is he? There he is, Savage. Savage effect, Chain Link, well actually, sorry, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, then Herald effect will add. I'm going to add an Aerotron just in case, if all fails. Alright, so now I got my hand now. Alright, and then Savage will go ahead and activate after I added. Equipping Cerberus to him, using Link Ross and your Tuner. And you already know the whole duo, exactly the whole duo. And then effect of Hypofibrax, special summoning your Tuner, which is your Researcher. So yeah, and then you have a level 4 monster in your hand already. So then you can set Unformed. My bad, I don't know why I said a total of 3 monsters. Sometimes you would need a total of 3 level 4 monsters, just depending on the hand and field that you have, or whatever your opponent does. Because there's a lot of times where I do need 3 level 4 monsters to pull off this combo. But in this case, we want to use like 2, if I remember. But yeah, so you set the Unformed. You guys already know the whole thing, yeah. So your opponent's turn, he does something, you use a Lucky Fibrax, because your opponent does have priority, so it depends on what he does. Even if he normal summons, you can chain. Summon Formula effect, draw 1 card. Ooh, that just made it, that made it a lot better. So after the resolution of Formula's effect, Synchro, and summon your Hot Red Calamities. And then yeah, you guys already know the whole thing, right? And you have Droll, just in case, so like, this is really, really good, it's really insane. So Megalith, Unformed, ditching your Ophil, special summoning a full, go ahead and add a level 4, 8. This case, we want different names. Remember, you always want different names in your grave, so always like kind of like triple, double check. In this case, we're going to add a full just for OTK purposes next turn. Now, gonna activate Full's effect, dumping the Aerotron to special summon your Bethor, popping all his cards. Popping like what? Like 1, 2, 3. It has to be different names, those guys. Just letting you know. 4, 5. Yeah, 5 cards, guys. That's a lot. That's more than enough. I could have sent a different like card, like another Bethor, just to get like 6 cards. Like I said, just depends. You just keep studying it. Definitely keep studying against different metas. Like I said, I'm going to duel against different decks and record that. That way you guys can definitely see what this deck is capable of in action. So I can't wait to show you guys that. I know I'm prologuing it. But yeah, I mean, it's been kind of hard for me filming inside the locals. Sometimes they don't like it. And you know, I got to respect that. So, but yeah, I've been really trying to top first place, and I finally got it with this deck. This deck is really good. I just had to make a couple adjustments, you know, so because sometimes you always have to adapt your deck in order to, you know, in order to get the W most of the times, or maybe all the times. But yeah, I do want to say though, before I end the video, that I did, however, won most of my dice rolls. All right, and the side deck really comes in clutch, like so much. So the dice rolls and the side deck, just letting you know, that's how I got the majority of my wins. All right, because this deck is fire regardless. This deck is fire. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome. I know you guys are loving my Megalith and Dinosaur video. Stay tuned, because like I said, I will be posting more like Dinosaur videos. You guys love that deck. I love it too. It's my favorite deck, because Dino best deck. Megalith second best deck. Let's go. And yeah, guys, I'll be posting more of that. I'm gonna show you more gameplay of that, more competitive gameplay, very competitive gameplay with these two decks. So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, guys. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And yeah, this is your boy Dino John here, signing out.